is Greg Dooley from mvictors.com, and call this my first opportunity at a true remote site. I am inside the Michigan Union a few days before it is set to open. It's set to open after a 20-month renovation process, almost a $90 million project that really transformed this old building and transformed it, but also restored it to some of the original design features that the Pond and Pond architect set out to do back in the day. They did a bunch of cool things like sometimes you see on renovation shows. They took down old drywall and plaster and found new doorways. They took down walls that were put up after the original design to open up space. They exposed new balconies. They added new stained glass. It's really cool. This is my favorite room, which is this courtyard with the open ceiling, covered but open ceiling with glass, where they're going to do shows, events, have football or game watch parties here potentially. It's a really cool space. So I'm excited. I'm going to show you a few pictures today that I took on the tour and talk about some of the things. But I really think you should check it out when it opens up. And I have a feeling the students are going to be really happy with the project.
All right, so I'm outside the Union. This is before it's open, but one thing it looks like they did, and this is probably more for folks out of town, because I don't know when they did this, but it looks like they cleaned off all the ivy that was going up the side of the building, and it really revealed the two statues that I talked about in an earlier video, namely the athlete who's looking down toward the athletic campus, and the scholar who's looking out toward main campus holding the book. But that's something you can really see now with the current cleanup they did outside. But of course, these doors aren't quite yet open yet.
I thought this detail was exceptional, and what you're looking at is some of the old bowling lanes from the original Union from 1919. They had bowling alleys, and what they did at some point, interest in bowling on campus and at the Union waned, but they kept the original lane somewhere in storage, and they decided to make these really cool tables.
All right, so another cool part of the renovation is what is behind me, and that is the newly renovated Willis Ward Lounge. And you guys know the story of Willis Ward and Gerald Ford and Fielding Yost and the Georgia Tech game from 1934. Most of you know that, I think, the guys who follow this site. If you want more on that, check out the Black and Blue documentary by my friends Brian Kruger and Buddy Morehouse. But this lounge behind me is dedicated to Willis Ward, and part of the renovation was to expand it, to really open it up to a more open design. They removed some walls, and it's really an impressive space. So for students, I hope you come check it out. For alums, when you come back to campus, check out the Willis Ward Lounge.